So it's time for something different, something bold, something that doesn't just pour money down the throat of wasteful, top-down government schemes. The big society is
commutarianism, as I say, an idea set up really for those who set up the whole New World Order for the 20th century into the 21st century, and the whole 21st century, I should say as well. The Royal Institute for International Affairs, CFR, their higher inner group, they always have an inner group. There's always an inner party and an outer party. And the inner party know the whole agenda, the big secrets, you see. Now, there's a very good article here, and it's called Our Common Community, and it's from the UK column. Very good article by Nikki Rapana. And it says, Americans have a lot more in common with the British than many may realize. On both sides of the Atlantic, there's a very quiet and totally identical revolution underway. Commoners from Alaska and London face the same enemy with the same name. What binds them in a way that surpasses all others is the simple fact that neither side knows exactly what their enemy is called. It's not hard to notice cameras on every street corner. Their parents may still need personalized retraining, as the Soviets did, but every school-aged child has been taught their new responsibilities and requirements. Our national government's new and very serious concerns regarding our health and smoking and drinking and overeating and exercise is impossible to ignore. And I'll jump to a very important person who's written about that too in one of his books after this. To continue, it says, it's no joke anymore that we all may have to pay global taxes on the air we breathe. Inside, it says here, inside our private homes, we're all dealing with a whole new bureaucratic system that assumed the role of our new Big Mother. What we share in common is we're all children in Big Mother's global communitarian family. I do know communitarianism is a mouthful to say and a challenge to spell, but it's the most important word you'll mumble aloud this year. It's used to slipping into the mainstream a little more each month, and I think they're gearing up to unveil it before the unwashed masses. Actually, they're going to use this as an excuse to get out of the mess which they brought on, so that they could bring it in. Everything happens for a purpose, and that's why they pulled the economy when it was time. Some of you may remember when it was introduced by Tony Blair and New Labour as the third way, like Alvin Toffler. Now Philip Blond is reintroducing communitarianism as the newest theoretical political answer to what ails us. The British Conservative Party under David Cameron is leading the British communitarian resurgence. See, all the parties are in it. They're the same, you see. There's no difference. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton, in a TV interview on April the 18th, 2010, described Americans as more diverse and communitarian now. This was just the latest of Bill's assertions about American communitarianism, a repeat of speeches he's made in Toronto, Montreal, and Berkeley over the past year. Very important, as you understand. That's why these guys don't retire. They're still retained by their masters. For once in his public-private career, Bill Clinton is not lying. Communitarianism is a political system that gives authority over individuals to unelected community stakeholder councils. Now, you're going to hear this term in your papers. I've already seen it in newspapers. You're a stakeholder in your community. In fact, that Who Are We one with the Ontario eco-fees also use that, your stakeholders. Everyone's a stakeholder in your local area. A stakeholder is defined as a group, person, organization, or system, which can be just about anybody or anything. You'll find the term used in just about every government and grant-funded project in existence today. It's always used as if it means you. Forming partnerships with stakeholders is an effective way to bypass voters and taxpayers living in the affected regions. Their community goals and missions always include raising public awareness. Now, they'll tell you what it's to be raised about and where to go. And advising legitimate government bodies how to adopt the new communitarian laws. Never identified as that, though, unless it's a former communist new member, EU state like Serbia, Croatia, or the Czech Republic, or Bolivia, and Peru, with their new openly communitarian constitutions. And they've been given communitarian constitutions where they're all stakeholders and shareholders in their own community. Claiming to include more citizens in the democratic process, communitarian councils do just the opposite, and they continually seek more power. Bill's right, we're all communitarians now. What that means to us is anybody's guess. Most people will adopt the vague party line and agree it's a fresh solution to partisan politics. The libertarians will tell you they like the part about giving power to unelected, self-appointed community councils who have the communitarian power to regulate everyone's personal life in the community. The Catholics will tell you they just hope a communitarian spirituality is included. The Protestants, Jews and Muslims won't want to seem selfish, so they'll assume a moral value in it somewhere too. See, they've got something for everybody, you see. The left will dismiss it as a right-wing conspiracy theory, and the far right will call it a communist plot. Here's the part that our politicians and the experts never tell us about communitarianism. It's also the law of the European Union, and that's right, folks, it's going to be the law of the NAFTA as well, for America and Canada and Mexico. It's already inching in. It's around you. It's within your communities already. So it's the law of the European Union. Communitarian law is the entire basis for the supremacy of law clause that overrules all national, state, county, and municipal laws in conflict with it. Lots of really smart people will go to great lengths to explain the theory, how some parts of it make real sense to other smart people. Those same smart people will probably tell you they don't know anything about law part. Sorry, it's just a benign social theory, they say, one that rose and fell already. Nothing to worry about. Others will tell you the law is a conspiracy theory. Communitarian law and the communities that we're going into, they're already here. And you don't even know that yourself. There are agencies and NGOs set up in your communities, getting money from government funding, from the UN as well, and from various other organizations and foundations to guide the new societies. As we're going downhill, you see. They say that's why they pooled the economy now. They could have kept it going with their bubbles for another 50 years if they wanted to. Sky's the limit. There's always a fraud. So why burst it now? Is to bring in this and then say, oh my goodness, we have to cut back police forces and so on. There's going to be a lot of crime in the areas, and what we do about garbage and so on, and taxes and so on. Well, guess what? You'll all go to meetings in your communities and all participate, you see. That's your stake in being a stakeholder, you see.